Welcome to Persona Every Day. Today's May 3rd. Happy Golden Week, everybody. Speaking of Golden, it's time we return to the town of Inaba to meet up with our friends. I'm returning to Inaba for the holiday to spend some time with the gang, and I'm looking forward to seeing the investigation team again. Today we'll be diving into the Arena Games stories, which are structured a little weirdly. I decided that since I'm the main character, this will be a full playthrough of Yu Narukami's story. In order to get there though, it's required to play through the stories of one Persona 4 cast member, one Persona 3 cast member, and the new character Labrys. To make a long story short, I speedran Yosuke and Akihiko's stories, as I like how both of them play, and Labrys' story only has one fight in it. Without further ado, let's get into Persona 4 Arena. Just like last year, I fall asleep on the train in, and meet yet again with Igor in the Velvet Room. Oh, wait, it's just a dream about last year. I recall a phone call between me and Teddy earlier today about the souvenirs I'm bringing. Namely, he wants me to replace one of Yosuke's porno mags. Really? This is how the story starts off? I arrive a day earlier than the gang expects, so I take the rest of the day to hang out with the person that picked me up from the station, Nanako. We eat dinner at the Dojima household and catch up on what we've been doing since I left 2 months ago. Damn, it's already been 2 months? After dinner, I head up to rest in my old room, complete with my figurine, and realize it's almost midnight. After dismissing the possibility of the Midnight Channel appearing, the TV kicks on.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go!
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince, the unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep into realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
What on earth was that?
I call Yosuke immediately, who acts suspiciously calm. We plan to meet up at Junes tomorrow, and I apologize about not getting him his magazine.
I didn't know you were into nurses.
Shut up! That's enough! Damn it, you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? Stay home, you jerk!
But I'm already here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
In the morning, everyone meets up at Junes to welcome me back to Inaba. I say everybody, but actually Teddy, Kanji, and Rise have disappeared, and Naoto's on some special mission that has to do with some plane hijacking. Oh, and Chie sounds a little different.
This smells fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
I guess Teddy has organized this tournament that we saw on the Midnight Channel, with Rise helping as his announcer. But where's Kanji?
Let's go!
Yeah!
We head into the TV from our regular spot, and immediately we're split up.
Isn't this different from usual? Oh no! What do we do?
What can we do? We can't stop now!
I wake up in the music room at school, and after looking around for my first girlfriend and finding nothing, a little monitor with Teddy on it appears. He says that in this P1 Grand Prix, only the winner of the fight gets to move on, and sends in his first challenger, Yosuke. Thank God it's someone I know. Me and Yosuke chuckle over Teddy's plan to make his fight falling flat, but weirdly, he claims victory by default. Now hold on just a second there.
Oh, but is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Nanako's here?
Wait, Nanako's here too? I can only assume Teddy grabbed her after I left the house this morning. Yosuke starts to offhandedly talk trash, calling me a siscon and saying it's probably too late to save Nana-chan. This isn't the Yosuke I know. After swiftly whooping his ass, he seemingly comes to his senses, although he says I was making fun of him for liking nurses. Apparently, Teddy's pulled some kind of cognitive trick to twist our perceptions of our opponents, to sort of goad us into actually fighting. The trick clears as soon as the fight's over though, but because I won the fight, Yosuke can't continue on with me. I flash him a smile and make my way down the hall towards the announcement room, where Rise and Teddy are most likely broadcasting the tournament from. Unfortunately, I have to take some detours, as there seems to be invisible walls directing me towards—
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
I encounter this cutie, who claims to be the new student council president, and is trying to shut down the tournament. It doesn't seem like she knows she's in the TV world, so when she asks me what's going on here, I try to keep the information simple and easy to digest. Teddy has set this tournament up. My friends and I have been dragged into it, and my cousin Nanako might be in danger. Thankfully, she gets it, and decides right then to help me shut the tournament down. We both burst into the gym, and after arguing with Teddy about why he's put the tournament together, Yukiko appears as my next opponent. I ask her to look out for Miss President, but she coldly replies that she has no obligation to help her, as she doesn't even know her. Definitely not the Yukiko I know. After an uphill battle against the zoner that is Yukiko, stop throwing fireballs, I knock some sense into her, and Teddy starts to get pissed that his plan is failing. I'm starting to think this isn't actually Teddy, guys. After Yukiko and I explain to Miss Prez what our personas are, I realize that we might actually be inside her dungeon, meaning her shadow is taking the form of Teddy and running the tournament. Before I can tell her to stay safe with Yukiko in the gym, my cute Kohai runs off ahead, and I quickly follow after her. I guess I lost her, as I run into my next opponent, Chie Satonaka, whose cognition change is blatantly just the Prez's shadow taking control of her.
To keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
Since Chie is a short-range fighter, I have a bit of an easier time. So much so that I even talk a little trash afterwards.
Hey, that's me!
I make sure Chie is okay, then get back to chasing after Miss President. While on the way to the announcement room, the real Rise contacts me through her persona, telling me she's been kidnapped by the fake Teddy, and—
Pardon me for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
I look up to see a mechanical girl staring back at me. She introduces herself as Aigis, and as not human, before explaining that she and her friends have arrived in the TV world for a mission. Before she can explain what that mission is, Teddy pops up on the monitor, making us clash yet again. The fight with Aigis is a really good back and forth that ends with her breaking my persona, resulting in me having to land a lightning flash to end it. This fight's results really piss off the fake Teddy, who reveals the reason for the tournament is to force us to go through the same pain as her.
Pardon my eccentric entrance.
What?
Before I can check out Aigis, I get ambushed by everyone's favorite lady in blue, who declares that her name is Elizabeth and she's here to learn about the power of the wild card. She utterly whoops me, but I managed to squeak out a win with a cross slash and a well-placed Raging Lion. Apparently, I did lose, however. Win in the battle, lose in the cutscene. She asked me how I managed to keep focus when fighting such an unwinnable battle, and Johnny Young Bosch delivers what may be my favorite line in the entire Persona series.
Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Satisfied with my response, Liz leaves. What a weird woman. I turn to check on Aigis, and she explains her background, and how, as a weapon with a heart, she was created with the express purpose of fighting shadows. Recently, someone had stolen an earlier model anti-shadow suppression weapon, and had thrown it into the TV. Aigis and her friends had come to Inaba to recover the older model, named Labrys, and pretty quickly I start to connect the dots. I reassure Aigis that I'll help find Labrys, and finally make my way to the announcement room. Upon arriving, the fake Teddy congratulates me on winning the P1 Grand Prix, and reveals that he's captured Rise and Miss Prez. I demand that he tells me where Nanako is, and he obliges, only for it to be a trick. I'd almost forgotten that he could play tricks on my cognition. The fake Teddy reveals himself to be Miss President's shadow, and drops all form of trickery to reveal to Miss Prez that her name is Labrys, and she is a 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon.
You're lying. This isn't real. I'm not a machine. You're not me. Yes, the power.
I enter a one-on-one fight with Shadow Labrys, and after hitting her with an all-out attack in Zeodine, I win by literally sweeping her off her feet. Gotta keep up the Chad Zeodine cock agenda after all. Just as quickly as I beat Labrys' shadow, everyone comes storming into the room. Chie, Aigis, Yosuke, Yukiko, Kanji, Teddy, Naoto... Huh?
Naoto?
Apparently, Naoto's mission was actually tailing Aigis and her friends, so she'd been here the whole time. Aigis explains to Labrys that she's here to retrieve her, but before she can do that, she has to face herself. Labrys turns to her shadow, and after some prodding from the group, finally accepts her past trauma.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No, you are me, after all. This is my persona.
On the way out, we become acquainted with Aigis' friends, Mitsuru and Akihiko, and after noting how weirdly they're dressed,
It's not over yet.
Labrys' voice is taken over by someone outside the TV world, and they explain that since they don't have a persona and can't enter the TV, they stole Labrys as a way to start their little game. Unfortunately, that's all the information we're able to get out before they cease their hacking. After making sure Labrys is okay, Mitsuru firmly requests that we leave this matter to her and the group she runs, the Shadow Operatives. After resigning the investigation team to not getting involved, with a wink and a nudge to Yosuke, we all head home for a job well done. The next day, we get to say our goodbyes to Labrys, Aigis, and the crew, and while preparing some food with Nanako,
Like you don't know.
Yosuke calls me.
Listen, about yesterday.
Yosuke, do you remember the Moonlight Bridge? The one from our class trip?
Yeah, sure. I used to be a city boy too, remember? Hey, were you checking out the Kitty Joe group online?
The investigation team is back in action.